Welcome back to the Book Talkers podcast, where ideas spark growth and mindset shifts. Today's insight might just change the way you see things. Let's get into it.
All right, so we're back with another deep dive, and this time we're tackling a pretty fascinating figure. We got a ton of requests from you guys to dig into Elon Musk's success. Like, what makes this guy tick?
Yeah, it seems like everyone's kind of obsessed with him right now. I mean, he's everywhere.
Totally. And, we got a bunch of sources from you all, but we decided to really focus on this one biography. It goes super in depth on, his habits and his way of thinking.
Smart move.
Yeah.
I think a lot of folks are looking for the secret sauce, the habits that make someone like him so wildly successful.
Exactly.
Real quick, if you're enjoying this, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
So we're not just going to skim the surface here.
Yeah.
We're going deep, trying to extract the core principles that drive him. The stuff that maybe you and I can actually apply in our own lives.
Right. Because let's be real, not everyone's going to start a rocket company.
Haha, no kidding.
Yeah.
But maybe there are pieces of his approach that we can all learn from.
Absolutely. So where do we even begin with a guy like Elon Musk?
Well, the first thing that kind of jumps out from this biography is this concept of going hardcore. And I mean, seriously hardcore. We're talking 80 to 100-hour work weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not your typical 9 to 5.
Not even close. The book talks about him sleeping under his desk at the Tesla factory, showering there too, when things got super intense.
Huh. I guess when you're that driven, the line between work and life gets kind of blurry.
Totally. And the whole idea behind this hardcore approach, it boils down to this quote from the book. If something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are against you.
Okay. I can see how that mindset would lead to some pretty incredible results.
Yeah.
But man, that's got to be tough to maintain.
Yeah, no doubt. It
Yeah.
makes you think, though, what are we that passionate about? What are those goals that would push us to really go all in?
Definitely food for thought.
Yeah.
And, this hardcore dedication, it ties into another key habit that the book digs into, first principles thinking.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his famous ones, right?
Definitely. So instead of just accepting the way things have always been done, Musk challenges everything. He breaks problems down to their most basic, fundamental truths.
So, questioning why rockets have to be so expensive.
Exactly. And that led SpaceX to basically reinvent the entire rocket manufacturing process from the ground up.
Wow, and I bet that wasn't easy.
Probably not. But that's the thing with first principles thinking. It forces you to really question your assumptions. Not just going with the flow, but asking, why does it have to be this way?
Right, so it's like looking at the world with fresh eyes, kind of like a beginner's mind.
Exactly. And that can lead to some seriously innovative solutions. Like you might discover whole new ways of doing things that nobody's even thought of before.
Okay, so you're going hardcore. You're thinking from first principles, but then how do you actually get stuff done?
Well, that's where the next habit comes, in brutal prioritization. And it's not just about making a to-do list.
More like a to-don't.
Uh-huh. Yeah, kind of. It's about ruthlessly evaluating every single task, every project, and constantly asking, does this really matter? Does this move the needle on my biggest goals?
Just the answer's no, it's gotta go.
No matter how tempting or comfortable it might seem, you got to learn to say no to the things that aren't truly important.
That's tough, though, especially when you've got a million things coming at you.
It is, but it's crucial because otherwise you just get bogged down in the noise and you lose sight of what really matters.
Makes sense. So, okay, you're focused, you're working hard, but how do you know if you're on the right track?
Well, according to this biography, Musk is obsessed with feedback. And not just pats on the back. He actively seeks out criticism. He wants to know what's wrong, even if it's uncomfortable.
Huh. That's pretty counterintuitive. Most people try to avoid negative feedback.
Yeah, but Musk seems to understand that the fastest way to improve is to find your weaknesses and address them head on.
So he's not letting his ego get in the way of progress.
Nope, he's all about continuous improvement. And that requires being open to hearing things you might not want to hear.
Okay, so you've got the drive, the focus,
Yeah.
the feedback, but then there's one more piece of the puzzle, right?
Absolutely. Relentless learning. This guy is a learning machine. The book says he was reading 2 books a day as a kid.
2 books a day.
Yeah, and it didn't stop there. He famously taught himself rocket science just by reading and absorbing information.
That's crazy. I can barely get through 1 book a month.
Uh-huh. I hear you.
Yeah.
But the point is, Musk sees knowledge as a crucial tool for achieving his goals, and he's constantly expanding his knowledge base.
So it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart.
Exactly. And always seeking out new information that can help you solve problems and innovate.
Wow. So we've got going hardcore first principles thinking, brutal prioritization, obsessive feedback loops, relentless learning, and it all seems to be fueled by this grand vision, this mission-driven way of living.
Right. It's not just about making money for Musk. It's about pushing the boundaries of technology and making a real impact on the world.
Like colonizing Mars and transitioning to sustainable energy.
Exactly. Big, ambitious goals. And that seems to be a key part of his success. He's not just focused on the day-to-day. He's got this long-term vision that drives everything he does.
All right, so we've covered a lot here. We've gone deep into Elon Musk's success habits. But the big question is, what can we take away from all this? How can we apply these principles in our own lives?
Yeah, because let's be real. Most of us aren't going to be the next Elon Musk.
True. But maybe we can borrow some of his strategies, adapt them to our own goals.
Absolutely. So here's a thought for you listening. Think about your own aspirations, your own ambitions, and ask yourself, which one of these 5 habits, if you really embraced it starting today, could make the biggest difference in your life?
And even more importantly, what's one small step you can take right now to start embodying that habit?
Because sometimes even the smallest actions can lead to big results.
All right, everyone. That's it for our deep dive on Elon Musk. We hope
like and subscribe.